We can always edit it. We can shorten it.
Hi, my name is Andrew Lewis. I'm the Director of Instruction here at Indian Creek Golf Club in Carrollton, Texas. And we also have the Players Golf Academy out here. And today we're going to talk about plane lines. Plane is a very overused term in the golf industry. Everyone has a definition of plane. And today we're going to put a little bit of that past us and work on what truly is the plane line. And Jackson Brigman, he's one of the golf instructors here at Indian Creek and at the Players Golf Academy. And we're going to talk about the different plane lines. So there's 3 different plane lines that are associated in the golf swing. Here, Jackson, go ahead and set up. The first one is through the elbow, through the right elbow for a right-handed golfer. And basically what that is if Jackson pulled his right elbow back, that would touch right about here. So when we set up the golf club, we want to be set up on the elbow plane. So you can see as Jackson is set up, the golf club shaft is running straight through his elbow. So he is set up on elbow plane. Now as Jackson takes the club up, he's going to be going on what's called the turn shoulder plane line. And this is going to be the middle plane line, the most associated plane line. So as you can see right here, the shaft is going straight through his glenohumeral joint right here. And that signifies that he is on the turn shoulder plane line. Now if he were to go up and shift, which players like Fred Couples, who else shifts up to square shoulder?
Most long drivers. Bubba Watson's on shoulder. Fred Couples. Greg Stadler, Harold Earl.
So a lot of guys that get what appears to be steep are what's called the squared shoulder plane line. So go ahead and go up, Jackson. And he's going to be a little bit steeper. So now his shaft is a little bit above his right shoulder, and that's going to be more on the squared shoulder plane line. The whole point is, though, is that every one of these plane lines of the 3 is pointing at the base of the plane, which is these rods. And the biggest thing I see with my students and Jackson sees with his students is they're nowhere near these plane lines. Okay, it doesn't matter if I'm on my elbow, turn shoulder, or squared shoulder, as long as my shaft is pointing at these lines at one of those positions, I am on plane. So just kind of watch Jackson go through his swing, even from setup. He's trying to trace these lines with his club shaft. Keep going back. Now when he gets to halfway back here, the club shaft is going to be parallel. You can also see how his left arm and the shaft are in line. So that would signify that he's on plane. So go ahead and go to the top. Okay, so as he goes here, you can see that the butt of his club is pointing at these lines. That means when he decides to do his downswing, his club is going to be thrusting at the base of the plane, and he's going to have a very, very quick and fast downswing right down the plane line. Now the one other aspect of the golf swing that needs to be on plane is the right forearm for a right-handed golfer. So you can see on Jackson's swing, his right forearm at address is pointing at the base of the plane. And even as he goes to the top, go ahead and go to the top. As he traces back down the plane line, his right forearm is tracing this as well. Now once you shift up to the top of your backswing, it's going to go off the plane. But what happens on the downswing is as soon as he starts coming down, okay, now the right forearm is pointing back on the base of the plane. The importance of this is that centrifugal force is going to throw your right forearm and the shaft in line. And when those 2 things get out of line, for example, if he gets what's called under plane, you can see where the right forearm gets pointed way out here and the shaft gets out here, and this is a big problem with people that hit start right hooks. Now people that hit big pull cuts, which is the majority of people in golf, they go the other way. The forearm gets pointed inside the base of the plane, the shaft gets thrown out. So when we teach, I tend to focus a lot on where the right forearm and the shaft are in connection. Jackson does too. And so that should put some of the mystery behind what is plane line. If you have any questions, please check out our websites, www.theplayersgolfacademy.com. Thank you.
Thank you. That was good. Way to go, man.
Yeah.
You went through that. Awesome.